Internet, how's it? We got Viking folklore, magical creatures, witches, animal gods, and tainted humans with the blood of the gods flowing through their veins. The Fury of the Gods by John Gwynne. This is an action-packed thrill ride with maybe the best battle scenes ever written. Dragon god Ligrifa has gathered all of her forces and she is all in on destroying her brother, the wolf god Ulfrir, all to take over the land of Vigorith. And she's gonna do anything or eat anyone to accomplish this goal. On a side note, it only took me to the third book in the series to realize how to actually pronounce the continent correctly. I was pronouncing it Vigrio and Vigrid through the first two books. If I had just read the glossary at the beginning of the book, it would have told me what a certain symbol and how to pronounce it, but I figured it out. Gonna go ahead and give you a quick spoiler right here. Orca, she didn't quite die at the end of the second book. Oh man, terrible, no. It's a good thing she didn't. She's finally reunited with her son, and that's basically the first two books in a nutshell, is her journey to get to her son, and now they're together. Varg No Sense is back, and he has joined the Bloodsworn. He has quickly become one of my favorite characters in any series written by John Gwynne, joining Corbin, Storm, Veratus, Drem, and Orca. So I just mentioned the Bloodsworn. Again, that's the title of the series. These are the tainted humans that have the god's blood in them, and so when they release it, they're able to do certain things, whether it's like, you know, see better, jump higher, smell better, see, you know, whatever it is. So there's all different kinds of gods available. Mostly we focus on dragons, wolves, rats, and boars, I think. So Elvar, of course, is back. She might be, other than Orca, the second most badass woman character. You know, she's got a tough time. She's trying to also take over Vigorith, but she doesn't have any power, and you know, she has to wrestle with the ideas of being too brutal, being kind, building trust. She doesn't want to become like her father, but she's making decisions that are leading in that direction. She has a great character journey, great character arc. I don't want to give away too much, but Bjor, you can go f*** yourself. So Guthvar is still sniveling, evil little but his internal character monologue has great comedic relief throughout the book. So we're going to talk about the gods a quick second. Ulfrir, the wolf god, who we were introduced to last book, is not as powerful anymore because Elvar has control over him. But he does go on his own character arc and journey where he kind of learns to build his trust with the humans, and he knows that he's not going to be able to defeat his sister unless he has their help. Rada, the rat god, is that. He is a rat.
This gnawing, eating rat.
And then we got Ligrifa, the dragon god, who's a bitch and clearly insane. I think what separated this series from his other series and what I really enjoyed was the creatures that he's thrown into this world. For instance, the Faunir, they kind of reminded me of the Children of the Forest from Game of Thrones, and then those Auroch creatures in Zelda that hide around Breath of the Wild everywhere and you gotta go find them. That's kind of what they remind me of. It wouldn't be a John Gwynne grimdark story without some epic battle scenes. And this has got God versus God, brother versus sister, brother versus brother. You have creature versus creature, human versus creature. It's got everything. And, you know, it kind of reminded me of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe at the end of that book. Very similar, but way more deadly. So John Gwynne is a master at character development, and I was a little worried with as many characters as there were, and this being the third book in the series, Was he going to be able to finish those storylines? And for the most part, he did a pretty good job. He killed some of them, of course, because that's John Gwynne, but he did a good job. One of my favorite things in books and movies, shows, whatever it is when two groups of characters are off doing their thing and then they converge and they're all leading to a single destination. And I don't know, there's something about that just And then his ability to create these epic battle scenes where there's so much going on, but also the intimate conversations or actions through two characters that can completely change everything. It's just so good. So if you like Grimdark and you like an author that can actually finish a series, he's got 10 books, 3 completed series, I would highly recommend John Gwynne. Specifically this series and this book talks about, you know, loyalty, family, friendship, free will, faith. All of that is wrapped up into this one book, this series. And I'm going to give it 5 cups out of 5. And with that, remember, what's better than 1 cup of coffee? 2 cups. Peace.